Let's welcome in another special voice we have with us, Mr. Narsingh Rao, the chairman at Coal India, joining us right now from Kolkata. Mr. Rao, thank you so much, sir, for taking time out talking to us. I was having a conversation with Bharti at Pricewaterhouse when we were discussing confidence among Indian CEOs. From a long-term perspective, confidence is there, but from a short-term perspective, there's not much to look forward to. As the head of the largest coal producer in the country, sir, when you look at the next 2 to 3 years, what's your sense? Do we see better prospects up ahead?
Yeah, I think I would be interested to respond only with respect to my sector, that is a coal sector. Certainly, yes, there are bright prospects because there is a huge demand-supply situation, and Indian coal being priced much lower than the international coal price. So this is, of course, a kind of a huge opportunity that is there for the coal companies. I can only respond about the coal.
Fair enough, sir. Then let's start off by discussing the formation of non-statutory regulator for the coal sector. Can you put this in perspective? How does this impact the industry, and how does this impact Coal India?
No, actually, I'll be in a position to comment comprehensively only once we get the notification done. Yes, it is understood that the CE has approved the constitution of the Coal Regulatory Authority, but we need to wait for the detailed description of their responsibilities.
But the fact that it's a non-statutory regulator with having only recommendatory powers essentially means that it would have absolutely nothing to do as far as a price fixation is concerned, as far as most of the other critical issues. So where does it leave the regulator? Only in a suggestive role, so as to speak?
See, it is understood certainly that the pricing is left to the purview of the Coal India board. Now, anything other than the price, the quantities and the penalties and the quality, etc., are already covered under enforceable agreements, what we call the FSAs. I am not really very sure what exactly the role of the Coal Regulatory Authority will have vis-a-vis the operational issues of the Coal India is concerned.
We had some reports which came out, and I'm quoting one report. Karvi had put out a report saying that formation of coal regulator would be positive for Coal India under FSA by Coal India, in line with global prices, which they believe is quite unlikely in the medium term. How would you react to that?
So, as I said, we can only react once the notification is done, but we already have a FSA which provides for all clauses like regarding the quantity, the quality, etc. I am still not very clear what exactly will be the role of the coal regulator.
Okay, all right. Let's then talk about FSA pricing, sir. To a lot of people who track the company, the affirmation in the third quarter results of FSA realization was actually a sort of a representative. Would you agree to that?
Yes. See, basically our FSA realization vis-a-vis non-FSA is less by about 25 to 30%. Therefore, the more and more coal we supply to the FSA category, obviously the average sales realization goes down. That's the reason in the first 9 months of this year, the overall average sales realization has gone down by 13 rupees per ton compared to the previous year.
So, and do we see more and more traction as far as e-auction is concerned? Again, the surprise in e-auction volumes is, do you think it's likely to continue the strong move that we saw? I think Q3 was one of the best that we saw as far as e-auctions are concerned. Do we see the traction continuing?
This quarter I can say it will continue, but I cannot really say for the next year how it will be. Certainly we will end up around 5 million tons more than last year what we have sold in the e-auction in terms of the volumes.
Sir, moving aside for a bit, let's talk about what's happening in the power space. CERC norms to some extent have been very, very negative for NTPC around most of the issues. On the other hand, we've actually incentivized private sector utility majors through compensatory tariff. How would you look at things from Coal India's perspective when it comes to NTPC?
Now, I don't think it would really have much to do with Coal India as far as NTPC is concerned. Overall, Other things being equal, if the utilities financial health improves, To that extent, we will be very happy because their purchasing capacity, power would also improve and our realization would improve. But I can't really say what impact that NTPC would have on us. I don't really think there would be any positive or negative impact on us.
Because there are concerns about receivables. The reason I pulled up that question was because receivables from NTPC have actually come down to about 3,300 crore due to a 1,000 crore payment that came in during Q3. Correct me if I'm wrong on any of this. Would the receivables be impacted in any way if NTPC faces any issues as far as the CERC norms are concerned?
I don't, no, the facts you quoted are correct. I agree that these are all the facts, but I don't think this would have anything to do with the, realization of our dues, the CERC norm. That would possibly have some impact on their profitability, etc. I don't think I have any reason to comment on that. Our issue, some small issue between us is that relating to the quality, we need to resolve that. Once we resolve the quality issue, there is, and also as you know, the current outstanding is on account of the past. From 1st of October, we have introduced the third party sampling and also cash and carry. There is no case that there is any increase in the receivables from 1st of October. Whatever this 3,300 crore you are referring to, which is a fact, which is pertaining to October 2012 to September 2013 period, not after that.
Okay. So, what's the general picture, sir, at this point of time as far as offtake is concerned from utilities?
See, our satisfaction ratio today is 87%. We have supplied exactly 87% of our FSA quantities, what we call the annual contracted quantities to the utilities, which is in a very safe zone overall. But yes, there is still a 13% shortfall in terms of the FSA requirement. To that extent, they may have to depend on the imported source of coal to fulfill their required PLF.
Sir, do we see better realizations up ahead as well? Q3 we saw realizations going up by about 2.5% due to improvement in the mix overall and higher washed coal prices. Would that traction continue this time as well?
There will be very marginal improvement in the fourth quarter compared to the third quarter because couple of other service charges we have increased during the November and December period. That would be realized during this quarter, but very small impact, positive impact on the overall realizations.
But overall washed coal prices, do we see better pricing ahead, particularly washed coal?
No, our washed coal, you see, the quantity is so small, it would not have much of a significant impact on us, on overall realization.
Sir, the key question that comes to everybody's mind when we talk about Coal India is the fact that for FY14, the stated guidance, and I'm tempted to ask you that question, do we see the company achieving and perhaps going beyond the stated guidance for FY14?
FY14, we are certainly, staring at a shortfall of about 8 to 10 million tons from our target. Unfortunately, for whatever reasons, now it's the past. Now we are left with 35 days. I don't foresee any other problems, but if it goes like this, there will be a shortfall about 8 million tons. That's what we are really looking at. That is about 474 million tons is the number we are looking at it against 482.
So 474 is what we might actually end up with, a shortfall of just 8 million. But sir, it's a credible one. You talk to most experts, they would say it's a very, very credible kind of performance. For FY15, sir, can you give us a sneak peek as to the kind of targets you're setting up for yourself?
FY15, we are setting a target of 507, and things that have happened in the last 1 month, lots of clearances, etc. I don't really see any difficulty in achieving the 507 target unless something drastically unforeseen happens.
So what about the coal blocks which have been deallocated, which have been taken over by the government? Anything you want to comment on that? Would you be in a position to actually go ahead and bid for any of those assets if they look promising?
No, in fact, the bidding is not open for us. Bidding is for basically the end-use customers. But certainly we are discussing with the coal ministry, whichever they are not putting on the block for auction, we would be requesting them to allot to us.
Okay, all right. But overall, sir, do we see the year ahead as a better one compared to FY14, FY15 being a better one?
Yes, I do see that there are bright prospects that FY15 would be better than FY14. There is no doubt.
Okay, all right, Mr. Rao. It was a pleasure, absolute pleasure chatting with you, sir. Great getting that perspective from you.